How's it going, everyone? Today's topic is K1 Communion. We're going to be doing a Master Lost Sector, Champion's Barrier Overload. We'll be doing this as an Arc Warlock, with it go along with the Arc Surge. You can do this with a Void Warlock also, both work just as well. You're doing with Barrier Overload. Being an Arc, Arc Warlock, you can take care of overloads very easily. If you're Void, you can take care of barriers very easily with your kit. With Arc, I'm running just a auto rifle that happens to have Volt Shot, which is the only one in the game. I think that only auto rifle in the game that has Volt Shot, which is Dark Decider. It's not the best auto rifle, but I'm kind of testing out to see how it is. But being able to do taking care of overloads and barriers with the same weapon is always a bonus. But you know, your Arc subclass will be able to take care of all the overloads by itself. So we're using the Pulse Grenade, as I feel that is the strongest, along with Electrostatic Mine for all those jolts and jolts we're creating going into Ionic Traces, along with Arc Soul, keeping that up all the time with casting our Rift. We will be using the Spark of Shock to remove or to deal with all the overloads, throwing grenades around as much as we can, along with generating Ionic Traces using our Arc Heavy, which will be our machine gun, and our Arc Energy Weapon, which will be our auto rifle. Also, any jolted targets will create an Ionic Trace, so our grenades will be generating Ionic Traces. So the more Ionic Traces we have, the better. This will go along with our Fallen Sunstar, so more Ionic Traces means more ability cooldown, means more chucking abilities all day long, which will make it a little easier for survivability with keeping your Rift up, along with more damage with your spamming your melee and grenade ability out. So using Wither Horde as my kinetic weapon, you could use just about anything you want, whatever your preference, anything that gives a lot of damage. I like Wither Horde because it's easy, you can just throw it out whenever. A lot of times I forget to throw it out more, but I should just, switch to it, shoot it at anybody, even if you hit somebody or not, just throw it out there, you'll pick up ammo as you go. For our mods, I have been testing out Double Grenade Kickstarter as the same thing I run on Void. It has been working very well, especially for Lost Sectors, as you're getting so many Ionic Traces back, you're getting so many orbs dropped, that with all the Ionic Traces and all the elemental charges, your armor charges are always up, so you're always going to have these grenade kickstarts ready to go. Charged up is not required, but it's kind of a nice little bonus for more cooldown reduction, as these are, as these are expunged. And then I always like to do heavy armor finder and heavy ammo finder and special ammo finder along with an arc siphon. So using 2 arc weapons, this will come in very handy. So, and then arc, we just arc all the way through for our artifact weapon. So should be able to really handle everything easily. Right, nothing special in these two. They still have the best rolls, but it is what it is. Just trying to try whatever weapons I can out, as arc weapons seem to be doing very, very well with the artifact weapon. So let's just go and get right into it, and we'll see how it goes. I would recommend running this Lost Sector today on Master, as it's only 6-7 minutes. Depending on how you go, you can maybe get a little faster if you really push forward. But you get kind of locked behind barriers, which may slow it down a little bit. But Legend also is super quick. There's way less champions, so those doors go down really quickly. But this is a very easy Lost Sector compared to the other ones in the K1 variety on Moon. So to start with, we're just going to be spamming out abilities as best we can. There is an overload champion to the right here, so I'm going to kill a red bar and then try to focus the overload with Jolt. If it'll work, there we go. And he'll just fall over to the grenade. Perfect. So our grenade, we need to keep, the best we can do is just to keep your class ability uptime as much as you can. Because you want to be sitting in there healing. The mobs aren't going to go anywhere. You're in such close quarters that you can kind of just pick everything off really easily. So with the grenade kickstarts, my abilities should come back very, very fast. And I was using our auto rifle to take down this champion. Again, I would recommend finishing if you can on these, using your finisher on these ads, because it saves you some ammo as you're going through. But you are such close quarters, you don't have any long range as you would with some of the other Lost Sectors. So you can literally just run up with auto rifle all day. It may take a little longer, or you can use your heavy and knock things out. But again, just recommend spamming these abilities. Arc is all about spamming abilities and going fast, being overloaded. amplified, sorry, and generating ionic traces. Grenades should be back all day, so there should be one. There's a one ionic trace there and an orb. So my grenade comes back almost automatically, which is kind of crazy. I heard a lot of people talking about how there's too much ability spam. When you're a Warlock, that's kind of your thing. So if they take away all the ability spamming, you do have to build a certain way, like you don't get void surges or weapon surges. I would recommend that you, if you don't like grenade Kickstarter, you don't like throwing your grenade as much, or you forget, you can always run the arc surge, weapon surge. That'll do just as well as, you know, give all your arc weapons a passive increased. As you will always have uptime on that thing. You have 3 stacks, you're never going to run out of armor charges, so it's very easy. When you disable these servitors, you want to take out the people up top, as they are the ones doing the most damage. They are just going to snipe you all day, and it's going to be very annoying. So always take out the vandals. Once you take out the vandals, there's really nothing else. Oops, I am messing up my rotation here. Nothing crazy here, just running through, shooting things down. You're gonna have 2 overloads in this room. One's gonna jump in, so make sure you're careful when you're gonna throw your grenade. Wait for him to jump in here. There he is. Oh, I got baited. Oh, he went back. Okay, that worked out. And the other one somehow got hit. That works out also. Gotta watch the mines. The grenades linger so long that they can basically get doubled. I keep seeing CC'd as if I'm playing WoW again. Double crowd controlled. And there we go. Back in this room. So this room is where there's gonna be consistent waves showing up. The more you chunk the boss when he shows up, when he spawn on the right side of the room, the more mobs waves are gonna spawn. So you want to kind of DPS the boss down, get 1/3 of his health down, kill the servitor, DPS him to half, or a little less than half, kill the other servitor. As having 2 servitors where they'll make 1 immune sometimes, excuse me, can kind of be a little annoying to deal with. And I'm going to save my ult as I want to use it on the boss when he comes out. Gets a lot of his health down, gets a little bit, should get him down to that 75% health mark. As long as you have your class ability up from all the ionic traces from your Fallen Sunstar, you will be pretty much safe. So you got a red icon here, and then he's gonna. I messed that up. I messed that up badly. So there's a servitor. He's gonna bounce all around. He's just basically like an overload champion. So just let him go around, focus the servitors, as they're gonna be the most annoying, because whenever there's mobs that are immune, you're gonna be in a bad spot. I really miss using the commemoration. Okay, boss is back up. So see how his health is going down just below 75% health. You're gonna have more mobs spawning. They all should spawn from these back doors, kind of following around boss. You shouldn't have any come right where the boss spawns, so it should be kind of safe to be over here if you need to. I like to stand on this platform up here, as I can kind of use this wall to block things and get myself a good setup for getting everyone together in my grenades. Because I kind of want everyone just to sit here so I can grenade spam. Okay, another 25%, and more things are going to spawn. There's our last servitor. Explosive shanks, my least favorite sound. Helpful tip: when you are amplified, you slide farther. So when you run amplified, you go and get away. Gives you a little extra room to get away from this. Wow, these things are the bane of my existence. What's going on, Shanks? Okay, so now boss is here. Just going to execute him. There we are. Lights came back on. Everything's good to go. There you go. Easy K1 communion. Again, you can run this as a Void Warlock. I would recommend... Let me go ahead and zone out of this one for you. 7 minutes there. Could have probably gone a little quicker. You're probably better than me. You could probably beat me to it. I would recommend Controverse Hold as with double a grenade kickstart for this build, as you can just, as the next option, as you have barrier with your commemoration. So you can, as long as you're killing something with your grenade, you'll get your anti-barrier using your Echo of Instability. With that, your commemoration will take out any barrier champion you want. You run any trace rifle to take out overloads or riptides. I like using Uranus Effigy in close quarters, as it's kind of fun just to run around and hit people with a sphere. But this build will work just as well for dealing with any of the overloads and barriers. Void might be better because it does more boss damage and way more survivability with having your Void breaches available in those close quarters. But Arc or Void are kind of the recommendations here to go forward with it. So if you have any questions or any ways I can improve, I really appreciate any feedback in the comments below. I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/ClypticPrime. And if you like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, you have a great day.